Welcome to the Wayfinders RPG Live, a one-shot adventure that takes place before Episode 1. Join the cast of the Wayfinders as they go on an adventure into the Prophecy Realm, where time bends, echoes become real, and the earliest sparks of destiny start to glow. If you have not seen the Wayfinders, new episodes are now streaming on the Angel app. Become a member today by going to angel.com/wayfinderslive. Now, to start our adventure, welcome to our guest host. You may know him from Campaign 3 of Critical Role. Welcome, Christian Navarro.
Welcome. My name is Christian Navarro. I am your host for this evening of Wayfinders live stream. This is a kickoff celebration, guys. And I am here with the incredible cast. You want to go around? Evan, let's start with you. Evan Nicholas Fields. Who do you play in this wonderful TV show?
Hi, my name is Evan Nicholas Fields, and I play Flynn Griffin.
Who's up next?
Okay, I'm in. Hi, my name's Adam Johnson. I play Sheriff Williams, sheriff of the town. He's just, he's got the town on lock. Everybody's safe under Sheriff Williams, supposedly.
That's good. And Sam, why don't we go to you?
Hello, I'm Sam Buchanan, and I play Cavan the barbarian warrior. He's a good guy.
With a wild side. I got a chance to see the first episode, and I was very pleased. I loved all of your performances. I can't wait to see episode 2. Let's go to T.
Hi, my name is Tamara Valerie Smart, and I play Oakley on the Wayfinders. She's such a laugh. She's very funny. She likes to taunt the boys that she's hanging out with, and, finally gets to meet some friends, so.
Thank you. Missy?
Hi, I'm Izzy Knopfler, and I play Aurora Dardemain in the Wayfinders, and she's just trying her best. She's just trying to keep the kingdom together and work with the new Wayfinders that she's found.
Very exciting. Royalty in the house. Vince, I'm tossing it to you.
Hi, my name is Vincent Mattis. I play Cash Calloway on the Wayfinders, and I am the prophesized warrior.
And you play for the Warriors as well, right? Did I remember that too?
And I play for the Warriors. It's really tongue-in-cheek, I guess. Yeah, it's right on. Yeah, it's great.
Well, congratulations to all of you guys on season 1, episode 1, and episode 2. I think is available now. That's true, right? I think it will be available now for everyone to see.
And Winter.
Hello. Hi, I'm Winter Bassett, and I play Bryn Lee on the Wayfinders. She's Daryl's cheerleader girlfriend, so I also cheer for the Warriors. Go Warriors. And I want to know why my boyfriend's hanging out with this girl with pointy ears all the time, because it's sus.
Oh, man. There's always a bit of D&D pointy ear talk, Yeah.
Gotta have it.
Speaking of D&D, tonight we're going to do something a little special for the cast of Wayfinders. They're going to be stepping into a fantasy realm filled with challenge and purpose as we play together in this D&D, or Dungeons and Dragons for the uninitiated, one-shot adventure, which is a self-contained adventure rather than a 6-month, 10-year-long campaign. And so this is just a guided, collaborative storytelling quest inside the prophecy realm itself, a place where time is malleable and echoes become very real. And the earliest sparks of your destinies begin to take shape. Okay, so before we roll some dice and create some magic, here's a quick recap of episode 1 and a special teaser of episode 2.
Previously on the Wayfinders.
All biology students, last field trip starts now.
This group's the worst.
Don't be afraid.
I've never seen her before.
Yo, check it out.
I think this is some kind of puzzle.
Why are you touching that? What is it?
Never seen anything like it.
Where are we? It's like a video game. Like Skyrim. But real. Horribly real.
Give me the void key.
He took her bow.
You shouldn't be here.
Is this your idea of a rescue? How about you start figuring out how we get home? We don't want any trouble.
Too late for that, Wayfinders. We went now.
The prophecy speaks of 3 heroes from across the stars.
A warrior, a thief, and a mighty sorcerer.
Any more bright ideas?
Run!
Hunt them down and kill them.
What a fun adventure this is.
How are you and Daryl even brothers? It's like you got all the awesome genes and you just got one what's left.
That looked awesome.
Cool. Okay, guys, here we go. All stories have a beginning. A spark born in someone's imagination. So I would like you to imagine with me. Imagine with us. Imagine a realm of prophecy and promise. A moonlit forest, mystical and ancient, where shadows stretch and scream and whisper. Silent soothsayers. If these shadows could talk, well, they wouldn't talk, they would sing. Instead, they grow and they pull taut. The tension, so much tension, it hums with anticipation. And the light in this place, the light, it seems to hide from the shadows. Uncertain, fearful, yet unyielding. These tiny motes of light, they fracture and break and reform in restless pulses until the very space itself, it crackles with electricity. And the shadows, they retreat. And the moon shines a little brighter as 7 figures coalesce, as if pulled from some other place and brought here, rebuilt one spectral cell at a time. Players, this feels strange and exciting and terrifying. But you know this place. You know what you were called here to do, and you know each other. Maybe not in the way you know a sibling or a loved one. This is different. You know these people like a soulmate, someone you're supposed to collide into again and again. So I want to go around here, and we'll start with Vince. Vince, when you coalesce, when you appear in this space, who and what am I looking at? And who and what are your fellow people here looking at, your fellow adventurers looking at?
What do you mean? What do you see in terms of the group, or like
you.
The actual...
What do you look like?
Present? What do I look like? Oh, physically?
Yeah.
Physically?
Yeah. When you come into
now,
this space.
are we doing the characters through this?
Yeah.
Cool. Perfect. Thank you. Sorry.
No apology.
Okay, well,
no apology.
You see a young boy, a young man. He's becoming a man, and he has somewhat of an athletic build, and he's wearing a tunic or a jersey that says Warriors on it because he plays on the football team, and it's these bright, beautiful blue and red colors. And he's scared, definitely scared, but definitely trying to mask that fear with confidence and charisma. But at the end of the day, they're in a place that they are familiar with, but also have no idea what they're gonna do.
And tell me, who do you see in front of you? Pick someone, and what's one thing you notice about them?
I see Flynn, you know? And as you said, sometimes you have like this soul connection with somebody, right? And I think Flynn and I have that connection, even though like consciously it doesn't make sense for me and Flynn to be friends. There's so many redeeming qualities about Flynn that I see. And I'm just seeing this kid in front of me in his little orange rain jacket and his little plaid shirt underneath, and he looks so dorky, but I love him so much because of it. And he just looks great and horrible at the same time, but really my heart says he looks awesome. And that's who I see in front of me is Flynn. Beautiful curly hair.
Excellent. Flynn, tell us what you look like when you come into this world.
Hi, can you see me? Oh, there I am. Yeah, so, when I enter this world, I feel frightful and, I don't trust in my abilities, but, as I enter this realm and with these people, I feel that I could come into my own. And that's how I feel, like, on a deeper level.
Catches your attention first. Take me to someone else here.
Can you say it one more time? You cut out.
Who catches your attention as you're finding yourself coming to being in this space? You see Cash in front of you. Who else catches your attention?
Oakley definitely, Oakley definitely catches my attention just, because of her charisma and, she kind of acts smart towards me, but, I take that as a challenge to, sort of befriend her. She makes it more difficult than others, but in a loving type of way, I would say.
And Oakley, what are we looking at when you come into this space?
With Oakley, we see a girl who is adorned in layers upon layers of clothing, very colourful, wearing purple, black, orange, blue. She stands out against a crowd by choice, also adorned in, heaps of jewelry and wearing blue extensions in her hair. And upon her face, she wears a very smug grin.
What? And who catches? Yes.
There is a man who catches her attention, which would be Kevin, I think.
Kevin, what do we see when you come into this space?
Kevin is a tall, physically imposing man, wearing leather shoulder pads and trousers and big heavy boots with a spear strapped to his back and an axe in his hand. And he is someone who is on high alert a lot. He's aware of the dangers of the realm and is constantly on that alert to look after the people that he is with and that he is bound to, and that's the group that he is with here.
Excellent. And who amongst the people that are left catches your attention?
Well, he looks over to his left and he notices someone who looks of royal heritage looking him up and down in a very, very judgmental fashion.
Izzy, what do we see when you come into this space?
Aurora is a young woman of royal descent. She's in a long floor-length red gown with gold adornments and lace detailing. She's anxious and bemused and hasn't been around people that don't seem to be dressed accordingly to the way she dresses, and definitely completely perplexed at the young people in modern day Earth clothing. Can't make sense of it, isn't sure where she is, and is confused at her sense of attachment to these people that she on any normal day would not even compute, if that makes sense.
Well, yeah. And we have Winter left. Winter, what do we see when you come into this space?
You see me freezing because I'm in my cheerleader outfit as I was getting ready for a game, and somehow I've found my boyfriend's little brother, and I see two other people that I also go to high school with. So I'm confused how we are all of a sudden all here together. But then I see this beautiful queen in this beautiful dress, and I think I feel a little bit safer. I don't know what to make of the tall, imposing man, but she's here, so I feel a sense of calm and peace and clarity. Not clarity, but I'm sure I'll find clarity through her.
Well, you hope so. You
I
certainly
hope
hope
so.
so. And as you guys, you come to physically in this space and you take stock of where you are, there are a couple of things you notice. Brinley, you start to see another crackle of energy. It's latent, but it's showing up nonetheless. And in front of you, you see the corporealization of Adam. Adam, what do you look like when you step into this space?
Well, I show up. Sheriff shows up wearing his full sheriff uniform. He's got a little paper napkin tucked into his shirt. In his left hand, he's got his tuna fish sandwich. In his right hand, he's got his Blackberry Coke Zero. And he's dressed in full sheriff uniform and a little bit confused as he's mid-bite, finishing off his sandwich, looking around, and he sees these kids of various shapes and sizes, some older, some younger. It looks like they're doing a play out in the forest. Sheriff's a little bit confused, but he's taking it in and also looking around to see what happened to the rest of his lunchbox.
As you go to take a bite of your sandwich, the sandwich disintegrates, like burning parchment, and the can of Coke disintegrates.
Hey!
Yeah.
Hey! What's going on? I took my sandwich.
As you say that, you start to hear a pulsing, a humming almost. Everyone take stock of it. Everyone give me a survival check. Roll for me, good. Excellent.
Are we all using our own dice?
Oh, look at that. Some are rolling digitally, some are rolling with real dice. But everyone succeeds there. Okay, so you realize immediately, like as soon as the humming starts, all of you are made aware that there are no creatures here. There's no flapping of wings, there's no rustle, there's no pads, no paws. There's only the shadows. And they're pulsing, and they're pulsing more violently, undulating in and out like lungs almost. Shadows inhaling your fear and exhaling dread. Hungry, aware, stretching those tendrils towards you all, eager to consume you, to grow. What do you want to do?
Kevin wants to run.
Brinley wants to run with Kevin.
Hey, cool. Brinley and, or Winter and Sam, do me a favor. Both of you give me athletic checks, okay? Okay. Sam, you're hasty to get out of there. You're following a different sort of sense, right? Everybody is seeing and reacting. This is primal for you. There's a different language, right? There's the language of predator and prey. And you're aware of that, and you go to take off, and you don't see that there's a big rock right in front of you. You stumble over that rock, and you hit the ground. Winter's right behind you, and Winter's able to grab you, pick you up, and keep moving urgently away from these shadows, you think. The only problem is, as you start moving, you realize they're coming from every direction. You're not really sure what direction you want to go. Evan, Adam, T, Izzy, Vince, what do you guys want to do?
Aurora stops to try and assess the situation and run through all of her studies that she's done back in Daktu and tries to sort of in her brain bring up almost every book she's ever read, trying to place what's happening.
Izzy, give me a history check. That is a success. Okay, so you remember from a time when you were a little girl, you read a book, and in that book you read about these shadow creatures, phantoms, maybe, you think? And the one thing that sticks out as you steel yourself here and you find your resolve to really think about this is fear. They feed on fear. As you panic, you start to notice these shadows are growing. But the moment that you resolved yourself, they became afraid of you, almost. Evan, Adam, T, anyone else want to get in on this and see what happens?
I'm hiding behind Calvin, so
Zach.
whatever he does, I'm down with. I'm just hiding behind him, hoping he does whatever he needs to do to protect me, honestly.
So you run over and you dive behind him. Give me a stealth check, Adam.
100%.
That is a success. You're totally able to hide behind him. In fact, I don't think the shadows realize you're there anymore. Vince,
Perfect.
what do you want to do?
I was gonna say the exact same thing. Even though Cash is a football player, all these shadows that are feeding off my fear is not something that I'm familiar with. So I'm definitely hiding behind Kevin, who is the imposing man. So like, definitely using him as a barrier of danger.
You're also.
And I think I'm teasing them a little bit. Like, why are you your boys go fight? I think I'm a little like, stop.
Okay.
Let me hide.
Yeah, Vince, give me a stealth check. That's good. That is a success. You're successful. You are able to hide behind Kevin, who's quite imposing and is able to shield you from these shadows for a moment. Adam, what are you up to?
Well, Sheriff Williams, he doesn't really, disappear into the fantasy, give much heed to make-believe, so he's a little bit confused. And he pulls out his flashlight and he shouts out and he shouts to the trees asking who's there. And he tells them, this is Sheriff Williams. Show yourself. And I see the kids are a little frightened, so I step up to try to offer a little protection there.
Do you turn the flashlight on?
I do. I turn the flashlight on and start flashing it towards the trees, trying to see who's there. And I make it down to a tight beam so I can try to flush anything out.
Everywhere that light hits, it's a solid beam. It looks like a laser coming out of a cannon in this darkness. It's almost hyper realistic because of the nature of this ephemeral space. And so when that light beam lights up, you can see the shadows react. In fact, they almost take form themselves. You can see vaguely humanoid figures, and they react and scream. It sounds like a tea kettle going to explode, but all around you amplified. Sam, give me a wisdom check, please. This is bad. Okay, so you fail. And these shadows, and this is what this looks like, I think. You have these people behind you, right? And they all came to you in this moment of this incredible fear. They sought your protection. I'm just curious, what does that make you feel like as you see them coming behind you?
As I see the kids coming up behind me?
Sam. Sam. Sorry, Adam.
Adam, you can take this, man.
Yeah.
You know what? My flashlight didn't work. I think I'm going to go ahead and defer.
No, the flashlight worked. The flashlight worked. And it pushed them all up there.
Oh, okay. Yes.
Yeah. And maybe it goes out now, and now you're really pissed again. Yeah. And Sam.
Hold on a second. I got some extra batteries here somewhere.
Yeah. Well, exactly. So it goes out for a moment, but you don't realize you have information you didn't have before, which is that light does penetrate. So when I come back to you, you can click it back on, and it'll do the exact same thing. Sam, you see that light penetrate the shadows in the forest. You understand you're a warrior. There is a way to fight these things, right? I want you to give me a wisdom check, please. Doesn't look good, buddy. Okay, so I mentioned earlier Nosferatu in that hand, right? That creeping hand. They are now 10 times more dangerous, these shadows, because they realize they can be beat. They saw this light. They saw the sheriff pull out the flashlight, and this weapon, this shining sword, cut through them. And they know that they are all hiding behind you. And so those tendrils reform. They all sort of meet at one space directly in front of you. And the tendrils shoot out. And they start to crawl up your neck and into your chin and down your mouth. And you feel your throat start to tighten. And Evan, if you like, you can try and help him. He's right there.
Help me, Flynn. I'll just wait. I'm still behind Kevin at this point, and I'm not gonna lie.
Kevin is choking for air in front of you.
I'll give him the high mic if need be. I'll try my best. And
Vince,
do I roll?
Yeah, Heimlich is a good idea. I'd probably do that, or just punch him in the stomach until
you both
try to grab the.
Aurora, jump in here. Aurora, jump in.
Yes, Aurora.
I can't grab them. I can't grab the shadows because they're shadows, and you can't grab
Evan,
them.
give me Vince and Evan, give me. Let's see, give me survival checks. And Izzy, while that happens, Izzy, what did you want to do?
I think, I'd like to think, Aurora, because she's kind of been displaced emotionally from everyone like freaking out, and she's just been assessing the situation. I think she would grab the flashlight off the sheriff. My apologies for being so rude. And just shines it directly in Cavan's face, as she's noticed that the flashlight was effective on the tree line. And that's kind of the way that Aurora likes to think, I think, is problem solve, problem solve.
Have you ever seen a flashlight before?
No, but she's assessed that this magical device has... And she's like, you clearly don't know what you're doing with it. Give that to me.
Okay.
And she'd like that. She'd do that. I think I stand by her.
Oakley, where are you when this is happening? Because you see Aurora struggling with this. You might be able to help her out.
I've been assessing, and as we know, she has a handy dandy backpack, so she reaches into it and she pulls out her flashlight and starts shining it onto Cavan's face. Out of this pure, incessant obligation and connection to him, which is confusing to her, whilst also scolding the two man-children cowering behind.
You guys are freaking out behind them while this is going on, and they're trying to save the day. Aurora, can I have from you a survival check?
Yes. Aurora also asks Oakley how to get the flashlight to work, because she can't turn hers on.
Cavan's saying, hurry up.
And this is all happening in the spur of the moment, yeah, or Sam would be dead. Kevin would be dead. Okay, Aurora, that is a success. You are able to figure out that if you click twice on the bottom there, the flashlight will come on. But a strange thing is starting to happen. Oakley and Aurora and Vince and Oakley and Aurora and Cash and Flynn, you guys are all really trying to help him at the same time right now. And Sam, you feel, as you're starting to go and try and claw it out, you feel paralyzed for a moment. And that moment stretches a little longer. 1 second, 2 seconds, you can't move. And then the flashlight beams hit. Boom. And the shadows begin to slowly erupt out of your mouth. Or I should say they erupt quickly out of your mouth. And those lights push all of the shadows out and away. And for a time, you think at least as long as these flashlights are on, the shadows will be kept at bay.
Thanks, guys.
Don't mention it.
Flynn, you literally did nothing.
Yeah, that was all. Please.
Okay. Cash, you should be quiet. Actually, just pipe it down.
No.
Okay, how did you use the magic light beam?
You've never seen a flashlight before?
I've never read about one in my studies.
Cavan needs water.
Oh, you.
Okay.
As you say, Cavan needs water, almost as a sort of reward. You turn around, and there's a solitary bowl of water in this space. On the ground.
Oh. Hey.
Together, you were able to assess the situation. You stood pretty... Well, most of you stood pretty calm under pressure. And it seems like what this place wants from you is for you to face yourself, your own challenges, your own fears. And this moment of reward for you, having the bowl is there, there's no trick to this. This is water. This is good for you. And as you're starting to lap this up, that accomplishment sits there, this otherwise like mirthless place, soulless place. You have each other, and an image flashes into your mind, all the same image together. The shard. A fraction of a second, almost like a reminder of why you're really here. And as you hold that image in your mind's eye for a moment, each of you see the space around you crack, shimmer, like watching a pane of glass shatter from a single impact point. That's happening all around you. The reality that you've known for these past few moments, it shifts to some other place, some other time. And the following vision is gifted to you all. If you are just joining us, this is the Wayfinders Before the Beginning, our prequel fantasy roleplay adventure live stream with the cast. Episodes 1 and 2 of the Wayfinders are streaming right now and weekly starting today. So go to angel.com/wayfinderslive. Let's go back and jump into the prophecy realm. Wow. Okay, so as you snap back from that, everything happens in reverse. So that the shattered glass, the impact point, it sort of fixes itself and goes back as if it's being rewinded almost. And Flynn, this vision that you all shared, it hits you really hard because you just saw a version of yourself in a similar situation. Chaos, madness, war. And you were there with some of the people around you. And you're trying to figure out how that's possible. Is this a memory? This feels like a memory, but it's more than that because you start to think maybe it hasn't. Give me an intelligence check. Okay, that's enough. You're starting to put pieces together and you think that maybe it's not a memory, maybe it hasn't happened yet. And that sits in your mind for a little bit.
Like a vision.
It is a vision, but it felt like memory. You're trying to square that circle for a little bit. But I'm curious, what you've seen this vision, what about it scares you or encourages you?
I think it's both. I think at first, obviously, the first emotion is I'm frightened, but second emotion, definitely infatuated. You know, this is the things that I love, and now I'm living in this realm. And then I feel like there's opportunity to prove myself.
Well said. Okay, guys, so you're all sitting with there. I would like you to consider as you now move forward, because you see the shard in your head, this vision happens, you come back from this vision, and now you have a sense of direction here. It's like in a video game where you can see the trace element of the thing you're supposed to go after, like Red Dead Redemption or something like that, and it feels like that. The shard has now aligned with you all, and you know what you're supposed to be doing and where you're supposed to be going. So you've been moving in that direction for a while now. Pulled by that unseen force, guided almost by that vision that you all shared. Everyone give me a perception check. Wow, okay. Okay. Half of you have failed this check. Half of you have succeeded this check. The half that fail, what are you thinking about? So Adam, T, Izzy, you all failed this check. Perception is, it can be many things, right? It can be ears, eyes, what you feel and see around you, your surroundings. What is going on in your mind right now that's preventing you from being particularly keen of your surroundings? I'm just curious. Adam, we'll start with you.
Okay.
Well, you know, Sheriff Williams, he goes by the facts, and the facts are it's a group of kids. Some of them are dressed up. He's thinking maybe something happened. He blacked out. He probably came across these kids getting together in the forest, doing some drugs. Somehow, some of these drugs got thrown into the sheriff's face, and now he's tripping. He is absolutely tripping out right now, and he thinks maybe these kids are out there playing on the Ouija board. He doesn't know what they're doing. But they're grabbing these things. He doesn't like it. But he also is like, Not sure if he's in reality or not, if he's just having a bad dream. So he's still trying to size them up. At the same time, still feels a little responsibility to keep them safe, as it's always part of his makeup.
Yeah, so Sheriff Williams, we're going to come back to you, but the last thing, as you're putting this in your head, you're all moving in one direction, and you're starting to amble a little bit to the left, just kind of in your own thoughts. 30, 40, 50 feet, maybe 5 feet. I don't know, you're tripping. Who knows? There's a pair of eyes, just for a moment. Piercing. And it's gone. T and Izzy, what's going on in your mind? You're not paying attention at this very moment to your surroundings. What are you thinking about?
I think Aurora's just, I mean, she's well aware of the prophecy. That's what she's been banking on happening is the Wayfinders coming, you know, three travelers from across the stars. And she thinks, well, this sort of has to be it. I hope this is it, but I'm not sure who it is. And so far, I've got a couple of people that are hiding and maybe this sheriff gentleman who had this device, but then the young girl had the same device and we're all walking together and Aurora doesn't trust Easy. So I think she's confused as to why she feels an affinity to these people. She's not aware. She's so cerebral right now. And trying to figure out if these are the Wayfinders or not and who in the group is.
As you contemplate that and the word prophecy comes across your mind, you hear it as if whispered from right behind you. Prophecy, 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 prophecy. Just a moment. T, what's going on in your mind?
I don't know. I'm aghast. Oakley is very like, maybe you should re-roll the dice. I don't know. But
I'm aghast.
Maybe she needs reading glasses. Maybe she's short-sighted. I'm not sure. No, I think she is usually very perceptive, but in this case, she's watched many a scary movie and knows that when following the trail, you know, people get lost along the way. And so I think she's like, maybe we should find shelter. I don't know what's going on. I think the reason she's not being perceptive is because she's overthinking and trying to really understand what is going on and where she is. Because to her, there's a science to everything and she finds most things very easy. So I think she's struggling with feeling unintelligent about this situation.
That's when you feel it. I mean, you are a problem solver.
Yeah.
And the problem has not truly presented itself to you. So all you're left with are variables, right? Questions.
Yeah.
The rest of you succeed. Kevin, pardon me, you roll a crit, natural 20. And what that means is you succeed, but you succeed sort of a success +1. We honor a natural 20 here. Everyone else who succeeded, you hear what sounds like a purr. A low, predatory purr. Kevin, you don't need your eyes to see. You don't need to be particularly perceptive in that regard because you are of the wild in some respects. You smell a predator immediately. Cackles on the back of your hair go up, right? Something's here. You can't see it, but you can smell it. And it smells like sulfur. Copper? No. Blood. And the absence of fear. You're used to smelling fear in your prey. This is different. This is the absence of that. As you're starting to contemplate that, Sheriff, you're trying to find those eyes again. You saw them flash. They're crimson red. I can only describe it the eyes from it, those 2 red eyes that pop up, it was that, but brief, quickly, and then it was gone, and you're trying to find it again. Can you roll for me one more time? Give me a perception check with advantage, which means you're going to roll twice and take the higher number, because you know what you're looking for now.
I love it. Yeah.
Okay. There's nothing there. There's nothing there, but this time you do hear it.
Good.
I would like everyone to roll initiative, which means we're going into combat. So this is what happens. Before we roll initiative, you don't see the eyes. Kevin, you're aware something's here. That purr, it starts to rise and rise and rise, and from the tree line breaks out and lands almost in front, like almost 10 feet in front of you, Sam. It's a wolf panther hybrid, made of cracked crystals and leaking shadow from its eyes and its mouth, suspended shadow from all of its cracks and crevices. And it's now pacing back and forth in front of you. It's never taking its gaze off of you, Kevin.
And Calvin takes his spear off his back and he screams for everyone to get behind him.
And when it smells you, when it gets close enough, it just leans in and smells you, Calvin. It's only you notice this, it is repulsed by you. And then you kick in, oh, wait a minute, it's afraid of me. It's jagged, it's violent form, it catches the moonlight, furious rumble builds in its chest, and then a desperate, dangerous, crystalline howl erupts from its maw as the shadow leaves its maw. We're going to roll initiative. The creature's going to get a surprise round because the sheriff wasn't able to spot it that second time, but Kevin was aware. That's okay, because the surprise attack is at you, Kevin. So we'll have everyone roll initiative and determine the action order. All right, we got everybody there. Everybody with the dice roll. Okay, so creature goes first. This creature, this shadow beast, wolf, panther hybrid, is in front of you. It's going to close the distance, Cabin, leap onto you, and attempt to grapple, what we call a grapple, grab onto your forearm or shoulder area. So I got to roll that. I'm going to roll my die.
No.
Look at my beautiful dog. Look at this beautiful dog. Here we go. That's a hit.
Hurry, he's dying.
What is your AC? Your AC? That is a hit. It grabs onto you, and you feel as its teeth, as its talons, fangs, pierce your forearm. It seems to be draining the courage. Aurora, you see this shadow beast cat trying to kill your friend. You are up. What would you like to do?
Aurora has 1 healing spell under her belt. The season, am I allowed to cast that?
You are allowed to cast it. I would say I would offer up. I want to hold on to it. Just in case this thing gets another. Because right now he's pretty fresh. You might want to hold on to it.
Okay.
What?
Well, Aurora's snapped back to what's going on. She's come out of her little mind palace, and at this point is just perplexed as to why the beast has gone for like the most capable person there. There's people that are much smaller, much less physically threatening, much easier to pick off in this group, including herself, and it's gone straight for Cavan, and that's confusing to her, but she's just taking stock of where everyone is, maybe trying to group everyone together, maybe grabbing the backs of people's jackets and just pulling us all behind Cavan.
Okay, give me an Arcana check. Okay, so this beast is emanating magic, arcane energy, and as you step back and sort of the moments before you take action, the sort of brief second before you take action, you're able to see the trace elements of that magic. And that question is totally valid. Why is Why is this thing not picking off the weaker creatures? And you ascertain maybe that it's because it feeds on courage. There's something about Kevin when he drew that sword, axe. It was an axe, Kevin.
Spear.
Yeah. When he drew that spear, it was a challenge in a very real sense, but also this is what this thing hunts, perhaps.
Right.
Okay. Kevin, it's your turn. What would you like to do?
Well, he's still got this cat thing gripping onto his arm, and it's immensely painful. So with his spear, he moves the spear around, and he plunges the spear as hard as he can over the top of the cat's into the cat's shoulder blade. But it doesn't seem to do anything. The cat just keeps coming.
Yeah. Okay. Give me a attack roll. She's not having a good night, man. It's the spear. The spear. It almost makes purchase. The problem is that it's like a mountain lion. You know, a mountain lion will kill you almost instantly, and it's the ferocity of that. So as you try and spear is also not a man. What am I looking for? A close combat weapon. It's specifically to keep distance on someone, right? So as you try to find that range, exactly, as you're trying to find that range, in that hastiness, you sort of slip off of him, and he locks in a little bit. Maybe it's not a he. They lock in a little more. Flynn, this is going to hell in a handbasket. What are you doing?
Okay, I'm thinking, shoot, my savior, the person I'm hiding behind, is getting attacked. I gotta hide behind somebody else. I gotta find someone to hide. So I'm like, I look at Oakley, but she's like giving me like the side eyes, and I'm scared of her a little. So I was like, all right, I'm just gonna go to Vince. Like, if they can get him, like there's more meat on his bones. Like, they're not gonna go after me. So, but then I'm thinking, okay, I gotta really step up. So I'm like, Oakley, like, can I use your backpack? Because I used it before. And then the thing that's latched onto Kevin, because it's really locked, I'm like, there's no way it can bite me. It's already latched onto him. So I just keep hitting it over the back with the backpack until something happens, and Kevin's screaming, everyone's screaming, nothing's happening, but I just keep hitting the thing with the backpack until something happens.
Flynn, in your fight or flight response,
that's what it is.
And you're experiencing it viscerally. The first time you hit, and as you said, the person that you hit behind now twice has come under attack, and something changes in you. There's a moment where that vision flashes into your head, the one that you saw. There was a confidence about you in that, and the only way I can explain it is to say you suddenly feel, F it. What else is going to happen, right? And you take that book bag and you start striking it. And let me get an attack roll. Yes, you do catch it. It's not a clean strike. You don't knock it off of. It would be very hard to knock it off. And do you celebrate in the moment? I'm just curious, when you hit it, when you realize that you actually hit it, are you celebrating?
I'm celebrating, but I'm terrified at the same time, because I'm like, okay, when this thing detaches, obviously it's going to be mad at me.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, maybe, I had Kevin's back. I'm going to hide behind him again, and then he'll fight it off again. It's kind of like a 2v1 sort of situation.
Well, you swing the backpack, you clip its eye, and you see blood, shadowy blood. So it's like almost crimson scarlet, and it's starting to fall off and float out into the ether. You did make purchase. This thing can be hit. Kevin, it's still locked onto your arm, and you're feeling a little bit more courage being sucked out of you than it did 2 seconds ago. Oakley, you are up.
This flipping Flynn's taking my backpack, so I've kind of lost all of my resources. But what would I do? What would I do? I think that Oakley would try and maybe pry Kevin away from the animal. If not that, I think start making demands at the sheriff to do something. Just to ask him what, like, you are the law, what are we doing here? But I think first she would try and tend to Kevin, since the kind of animal has loosened its grip.
Give me an animal handling check.
Yeah, it's not gonna be good.
Okay, that is I'm gone. You killed me.
That's how bad it is.
No,
isn't
it's
it?
great.
You just
that is right what you needed. But I'm curious. Give me a charisma check as well. Okay, so you're able to, if you take this animal's attention right now, it's going to latch onto you, and that's what you're able to figure out really quickly, because it was about to bite Flay. It was about to let go and go after Flynn, and you started yelling at it, and now it's eyeing you, and it's locked on to Cadden still, but it's eyeing you and about to grow. But you are successful in trying to, there's a moment of, I will let you describe what this is if you want, but there's a moment that passes between you and Kevin. It can remain unspoken, but it is the exchange of courage from one human to another, because you both realize that no matter what happens in this moment, I think you both realize we're not leaving this place without each other. This is twice now you've tried to intervene. Does it remain unspoken, or is it something that you express, T?
It's something that she expresses, I think. I think she says, I see you.
And I think in this moment, that gives Kevin a newfound energy. It's like something from Oakley is harnessed in him, and he finds strength to try and prise the animal's jaws open.
We'll come back to you at the top of the round. Brinley, you are up. You notice Tavin's now, he's a little bit roughed up, and if you could help him in some way, heal him in some way, now would be an opportune time.
Yeah, I think at this point, the shock of being in a fantasy, a different world has kind of worn off. And now Brinley's in like, okay, we gotta fix it mode. So I think, and forgive me, at this point, is he free from the beast?
The beast he's attempting to pull it away. You haven't gotten to him in turn order, so technically it's the moment before. So he's still locked on, yeah.
Okay, great. Honestly, I think I'm finding a rock and I'm like trying to help, because this thing's got its teeth latched in. Like, I think at this point, Brinley's like, okay, the boys are useless.
You're going to keep a safe distance, though, and try and throw a rock at it? Or you want to, like, get up close and hit it?
I think I've found a big rock. I think I've been throwing rocks at it, and then I found a big one, and I'm coming and I'm trying to, like, just get the beast just to unlatch at some point.
Cool. Give me
give
me a dexterity check. Okay, a similar situation to the spear earlier. You're able to pick up this rock. The rock's a little heavy, and as you're moving in, it's maybe a little heavier than you expected as you come down. So you clip its, what you imagine is its tail, or it's sort of like a shadowy tendril. You clip it. It makes a yelping sound, but it seems to even intensify on Kevin. Kevin, you're starting to look a little worse for wear here, but you are in fight mode, predatory, werebear. You're werebear, right? Werebear mode. It's that. You're starting to feel that energy, which is arcane. It's starting to kick up in you. Sheriff, this is going down. We don't have a sandwich. You don't have your Coke. Some kid stole your flashlight. It is your turn. What are you going to do?
Well, first of all, I'm still furious about the flashlight.
Right. But
this is a dangerous situation. I'm getting a side eye over here. Like, well, I quickly reach for my sidearm and I pull that up, and I don't know how clean of a shot I have towards this animal, but I try to take a shot at it with my gun.
Give me, I think what I would like, because this is a difficult shot. This thing is locked onto its forearm and thrashing back and forth. Give me a sleight of hand check.
Okay.
Just to see if you can pull this gun out in enough time, aim in enough time. And that's good. You do that, you've got a quick shot on it, and now give me an attack roll at disadvantage because it's thrashing around. That's a hit, though. So you fire one bullet, and the strangest thing happens. The explosion of sound that erupts from a gun usually, the hammer hits, boom, it explodes out. You hear nothing. The bullet leaves, but it's not a bullet. It is a ray of golden light. And it lands and tears through this beast like a bullet. Except when it does, you see that light start to spread, almost like it's washing out the darkness. You do make purchase. It does seem to take a lot out of this beast. They are even more dangerous when they are near death, though, unfortunately. And it is now its turn.
Perfect. On it. That's exactly on it.
Yeah, you riled them up. It will take a bite attack on Cabin. Misses. So it misses.
Yes.
So it releases. It goes to strike again and misses, and realize that it is in a dangerous situation right now for its for his own person, its own person, because everyone is now emboldened. You're all starting to realize, wait a minute, we can just kill this thing, right? We can just attack this thing and turn it out. It is now at a disadvantage, and what it does is it turns to Aurora, covers the distance about 15 feet towards you, grabs onto you, and blinks out of existence. You and this shadow beast are gone.
So we're just yoinked?
Yep.
Cool.
Is my flashlight also gone?
Yes.
Correct.
I was gonna give it back. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, he's fuming.
Not to worry. You all feel the weight of this. Aurora is gone, and then you hear it behind you, the blink back, about 30 feet behind all of you. It has Aurora now in its maw, and it is intending to take her away somewhere. We are now at Aurora. Aurora, what were you doing? This thing is holding up to your own and trying to grab you into the shadows.
Okay, so we blinked back into presence. Is that just to clarify?
It blinked out of existence and then blinked back into existence about 30 feet behind your group. It's scared and trying to flee with something to eat. As you said, maybe something smaller and less likely to harm it.
So I scream out to the group because maybe we blinked 30 feet behind, so hopefully everyone swivels round and spots where we are. I notice that Cavan's bleeding out. Maybe some of the group are tending to him, and with my free arm, I would like to think that Aurora would be trying to maybe pummel it on the nose if it has me by its teeth, maybe try and get it on the snout, just trying to get it to release its jaws.
Yeah, roll an attack for me. Attack roll for me.
Okay.
That's not only good but very high. Not a crit. So you make you steel yourself, and again you are well read. You are strategic. You think back to something you read about wolves. They don't like being touched on the nose. They really dislike it. And you are very angry that this thing grabbed you and is trying to drag you, and you haul back and punch it right in the snout. It's a cat wolf hybrid sound, but it is a squeal, and it lets go of you and backs up a couple of feet. Cavan, we are up to you, and this thing is in very real danger, and looks like it's not long for this world. What would you like to do?
Cavan is on the floor bleeding, and he looks over to Cash, who looks like he wants to get involved, and he says to him, "Go help her."
Cash, you see your friend imploring you to join in. You've been on your back heel here, trying to figure out what your place is in all of this, trying to figure out if you are in fact the warrior. What would you like to do?
Okay, so first thing that I learned from a young age is that, when there's a big beast in the forest, you got to yell at it. You got to be bigger than it, right? So I put my arms up and I scream. Ah! And then I'm like, wait, I don't actually have anything to defend myself with at all. So I look down and Kevin still has a spear by his side. I'm like, well, he can't use that anymore. Gotta grab the spear. I grab the spear, and the freaking spear is taller than I am. I don't know how to use this thing. And then I just go, screw it, and I charge in as fast as I can, and I do my best to impale the beast. But we'll see. Who knows if it works or not.
Give me an attack roll. Okay. How does it look when your spear pierces this animal's spine and destroys it? Tell me what it looks like when you save your friend. Excuse me.
It's disgusting, There's blood everywhere, and I'm like, oh, something got my eye. Oh my gosh, what's going on? Oh gosh, and it's fighting me, and it's so much stronger than I am, but it's hurting, and I feel a little bad because I just realized I just killed a living thing, and it's horrible, and it drops to the ground, and I keep the spear in for a little while. Then I look at Kevin, and he's hurt.
Twist it.
I gotta return. Let me get the spear for you. I pull it out.
Yeah.
And it takes me a couple attempts to actually unlodge it from the beast. I go over to Kevin. I go, here's your spear. Thank you for trusting me with this. And that's it.
Good. As you pull that spear out, and you walk over to hand it to its rightful owner, Kevin.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Behind you, the beast, it explodes. This is the only way to describe it. It's an explosion of stardust, and it rains down on you. It's like the sparks from a welding flame. When they come out, it looks like that's happening all around you. A cascade of flaming sparks. It feels like being inside the world's most beautiful Christmas tree. And you're able to see from inside the lights dancing along the branches and shifting the colors and the hues of the ornaments, playing tricks on the space around you and your mind. But it is very much one of the most beautiful things any of you have ever seen. And all of a sudden you feel the tension sharpen again. It pulls you out of that moment. And an exhaustive focus. If it was palpable, it would feel like someone's grabbing the pit of your stomach, squeezing as hard as they can, and pulling it down, pulling you down, as another vision is gifted to you. Episode 1 and 2 of The Wayfinders are streaming right now. Go stream it right now on angel.com/Wayfinders Live. You can watch this episode and all upcoming episodes. Let's jump back into the game.
Sing for us.
Yeah, Cash. Something inside of you, you get butterflies when you see this. You come back from this vision, you all snap back. It's like the stomach, that feeling when you're on a roller coaster and you're about to drop. That's what it was feeling like going into the vision, and coming out of it. It's like when you get off of the roller coaster and you're like, everything's a little wobbly, you kind of got sea legs. That's happening. It's different for you though, Cash, because you are. Have you ever had a hummingbird stop in front of you? And flitter?
I know what they like. They're very stationary.
Yeah.
They can stay right in the same spot.
And their wings are beating incredibly fast. There's a stoic nature. There's something very still about their core and their eyes and their head. And that's happening in your throat right now. You're feeling, it's like there's a hummingbird in your throat. Ferocious wings. And I'm wondering what on the tip of your note. On the tip of your tongue. There's a note. There's a lyric, a song almost that you can't quite remember. Maybe you haven't learned it yet. But I'm wondering, what does that feel like for you?
Right. I think what's happening in Cash's mind at this moment is going, well, my father wants me to be this warrior, and this prophecy wants me to be this warrior, right? And bring a solution or bring peace in some way through fighting and through conflict. But through the prophecy, through this vision, it's more of like, oh, maybe there's a way of bringing peace and bringing a solution to most scenarios through the beauty of music and sound and art and bringing people together in that way. So maybe that's what Cash is feeling in that moment when he gets that vision.
Do you have chills? Is it electrifying?
Oh, definitely. Very, very much so, yeah. Electrifying, good one.
Yes, you feel, but it's very true. All of those things are playing in your mind, and there's a growth that's happening in real time for you in this moment. You fired your weapon. Have you ever fired your weapon before?
Yeah, I've definitely fired it. I'm an outdoorsman. I do a lot of fishing, so I'm mostly hunting. But this town is pretty sleepy, so it's been a while since I've had to discharge my weapon. And that was definitely the most danger that I'd seen revolving around any of our citizens of our community. So it's definitely a rush and a little unsettling.
In the post after you do something like a fight, shoot a gun, there's an adrenaline rush. And that lasts a bit, but that's starting to dump now after this, because you went right into this vision and you're reminded again. You thought you figured it out. You knew what you were going to do in that moment: protect, serve, do what you're supposed to do. And now you're reminded of this, whatever this is, the vision, these realms. It's not really your gig. You come back. There's I think, you tell me, is there a feeling of burden landing on you right now? You have to get these kids home.
To realize that maybe this all feels a little too real to be an hallucination, and there's a little sense of panic starting to set in as he realizing everything that he knows so far is starting to slip away to, like, he doesn't know where he is. He doesn't know what happened to his gun, what happened to his bullet as it left his gun. There's these kids are also going behind this warrior. What's his deal? The sheriff's starting to be really concerned. How's he going to keep these kids safe? He doesn't know what any of these threats are. So yeah, he's starting to a little question everything, and panic.
In that panic, you decide the one thing you can't do is stay stationary. You have to keep moving, right? You cannot be a stationary target. If you are in fact still being hunted, you need to keep moving, and you all feel the direction in which you're supposed to go. These visions are the constant reminder we need to move towards the shard, and so you do. You move out of this space and towards a clearing. You see that there's a bridge, and when you approach the bridge, you realize it is unfinished. It's corroded, and as you approach, slabs of stone manifest in front of you. Seven paths for 7 travelers. You all step up to these stones. There's nothing really behind them. It's a single stone. So if you were to just sort of run, you would hit nothing and drop, right? There's a void there. So as you approach, I want you all to give me a investigation check, please. Izzy, okay. Well, Izzy, you have a nat 20. That's a crit. You understand something immediately about these sentinels. These stone slabs, as you approach, from the stone, it seems like a perfectly mirrored image of you rises out of the stone. And you're royalty. So you understand immediately with a natural 20 that these things, they're here to serve you. These things are here to serve you. You have the certainty that you are a princess and that they are going to do what you ask them to do. And as that happens, that certainty comes into your mind. Your stone sentinel kneels and asks you to take its hand. Do you take its hand?
Yeah. Aurora steps away from the group, and with her good arm, now that a couple of us are, I think, probably quite severely injured, takes the sentinel's hand, and has complete faith that whether this will provide healing or wisdom, it will be what we need.
As you reach out and grab its hand, you convey almost it's nonverbal. This thing understands what you're going to do. It lifts you up and it floats you across this void space to the other side. With a nat 20, I will allow this. These sentinels are here to serve at your leisure. After all, you are a princess. Do you instruct them to do the same to your fellow adventurers? Bring them over safely?
Yes. Aurora asks for the rest of the group to be carried over safely. And I don't know if we're allowed to ask for this, but Aurora asks if the sentinels can provide marrow to the group.
With a nat 20, these sentinels serve at your pleasure. So they all snap to attention in front of their respective adventurers, drop to a knee, hold out their hand, inviting you all to be beckoned across this void bridge. Do you all accept the invitations?
Aurora shouts over for you to trust them and take their hand.
I do. Yep.
We move.
Excellent.
Yes.
And that goes on without a hitch. They are, you get the sense, Aurora, if you would have told, anything you would have told these things to do, they were going to do for you because of your confidence and your conviction. And that starts to dance in your mind and maybe everyone else's. All of your success in this place has happened when you have challenged yourself and been assertive in your confidence and your conviction. And I would like to, as you all successfully get across that void bridge, it was going to be very difficult to get across it, except Aurora rolled a natural 20 and she's a princess, so she made that all possible for you.
Thanks, Aurora.
Yeah. You got your
Mention it, guys. I still don't know who anyone is, but it's all okay.
all in time. Brinley, you're the last to make it across. These people, they feel things, but you feel things differently. Can you tell me what are you feeling at this moment? I'm just curious. You feel things perhaps in a different way.
I think I really am in survival mode right now. I think there's a little bit of because I'm familiar with, well, obviously I've probably seen the sheriff. I know Flynn because I'm dating his brother. Like I go to high school with these guys. I know these people, but I think there's probably a little bit of just nerves around the princess. I think I saw Cavan turn into a bear at one point, so I'm like, what is going on? But I'm also very stubborn and like I want to figure it out. So yeah, I don't know if that helps or not.
Definitely helps. I think you're coming into this. It almost feels like coming to a party late.
Yes.
You're
yes,
there and
exactly.
you're trying to figure out, who do I know here? Who's got a good
Yeah.
vibe? I'm going to stick with this person. I'm not going to stick with these people, right? Like that's happening to you, except it's happening to you in this place. And so everything is expedited.
A little elevated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is amongst you all, whatever this is, this collective hallucination, this vision, whatever it is, it's something special and shared between each of you. It's going to remain whatever comes of this. And you all start to understand that maybe the end is near. We're closing in on something here. Before you, behind you is this bridge, this void space, the sentinels. Aurora, they turn to go. One remains, and these stone sentinels, they have in the center, it seems to be, each of them has a different, almost a crystal inlaying on their center when they apparate out from the stone itself, and it seems to be pulled from its stone flesh. What color is this crystal?
I'm hoping it is a sort of turquoise blue crystal that the sentinel offers Aurora, and Aurora knows exactly what this is and takes the marrow from the sentinel and lets it absorb into her hands.
And this marrow gives you what is the effect of this marrow?
The marrow gives you a sort of slight adrenaline rush. There's a sort of gasp of air at absorbing the marrow, and Aurora feels herself charged with magic to use at her disposal. Aurora asks if Cavan would come and lie in front of her.
Yeah. Do you want?
Yes, ma'am.
Aurora holds her hands over Cavan's bleeding arm and says Ranleas, which heals Cavan's wounds. She also then quietly to herself, almost embarrassed, heals her own arm, as the marrow was, there was a lot of marrow in the heart core, so that was enough. She tucks the remainder of the marrow that she took into her dress for later.
Cavan, you feel yourself being healed and brought back to yourself, and all of you in that moment, something transpired between you all here today, but in this moment, she saved you. You were on the brink of death, and she saved your life there. And she asked nothing for it. Is this something you're used to?
No, not at all. And I think in that moment, it solidifies his loyalty to this group massively, as he now feels indebted to Aurora.
All of you are having this moment with each other too. You survived this thing here, and as that's starting to happen, there's a central point where all of this is happening. I'm going to say beside Cavan and Aurora. All of you are around this center point, and from this void space, this ephemeral space, this obelisk starts to rise up as you're sitting here feeling stronger, feeling prepared. And it grows slowly, and from the obelisk, maybe about 4 feet high, from it comes the shard. You see the shard in front of you. The shard of possibility, an arcane anomaly. Precious and powerful. It's the reason you're here. It's the force that shaped your trials today, and in so doing, perhaps, transformed you. 7 strangers. 7 heroes now. Around you, the threads of reality begin to fray and peel away like burning parchment. Like that scene in oh God, it doesn't matter. It's like the world is burning apart. Shutter Island, when Leo DiCaprio's holding Michelle Williams and the world is burning. That's what's happening all around you. There's just the shard, the obelisk, and each other that remains. The realm is dissolving into nothing. Sound distorts itself all around you. You feel your eyes and your ears pressurized. The shard beckons, humming with inevitability. And you all feel in your bones you have to touch it. Destiny is here and now, quite literally, waiting for you to reach out and grab it. One by one, I'd like you to tell me what is the prevailing thought here in these final moments. You've made your way through to this place. It's been fear that's confronted you. What is it that you fear the most right before you confront that fear? Real quick, we'll start with Vince. Cash.
I mean, Elsa said it pretty well, you know, like into the unknown, you know, the fear of the unknown.
Sorry, about
yeah, no, great. I'm so glad you hit that note. Someone needed to hit that, so thank you for doing that. But you know, with the visions and the shard and the visions of the shard, it's like, is this gonna promise? Is this gonna like deliver the promises that these visions have been giving, or is this like a ruse? And is this some sort of evil sort of like plan from some higher power that is trying to get us to touch this? You know what I mean? It's like, you just the fear of, you know, we're still new to this world. Like what's gonna happen? You know, we don't know what's gonna happen when we actually try to interact with this specimen of a thing. You know.
Yeah. Evan.
Yeah, I would say like throughout this journey of the unknown, you know, Flynn is like a very on-kilter, pessimistic person, but like throughout this journey, him seeing all these people he's with, you know, risk their lives to save each other, and him being one of them, you know, throughout the journey, he realizes that he could befriend these people and, you know, actually trust them.
Yeah, I think that Oakley agrees. It feels the same way as the boys. I think that she feels this weird kind of uncomfortability around being so close to people and feeling so close to these people she's just met, because she doesn't ever really feel attachment to anyone ever. But I think she also feels this hope and curiosity about touching the shard, because I think she has this kind of weird attraction towards whatever substance Aurora was using to heal Cavern, which opens up kind of this new spiral of a thought process for her. So yeah, I think she feels excited, nervous, and I think she's just settling into the feeling of being supported and loved.
That substance that you saw, you're having all of these thoughts. They're deep thoughts and true thoughts. The thing that lingers, though, is, as someone who wants to solve the problem and has the answer to the question, what was that? And that lingers in your mind for a moment. And as quickly as it hit there, it's gone like a name. I can't remember the name. It's gone. Adam.
Well, Sheriff is still trying to make sense out of everything, and he doesn't know if he's in this reality, but I think now he's starting to accept that maybe this is a reality, and he's been approaching everything with his set of knowledge and his experience from the world that he's known, and he's starting to realize he's got to put some of that aside and maybe just embrace where he is. And he's found this group of these strangers that have shown up and done more than he thought they would, and they've all contributed. And so now he's finally facing this moment. He's like, okay, embracing where he is and accepting that he's in this new realm and this new set of rules. He has to discover new approaches to survive and how to work together and make it in this new place. And so he's finally accepting that and letting go of his worldviews.
I mean, not more than an hour before this very moment, you showed up and thought, what are these punk kids doing?
Yeah.
Punk kids.
I was enjoying my nice tuna sandwich,
right,
and my nice little, my lunch spot, and all of a sudden it was all stripped away from me, and I'm waiting for it to come back, and it's not.
And the last thing that lingers there from these deep feelings is they were punk kids, and they proved themselves to be more capable than you thought.
Yeah.
And just like T, that thing's gone. It's there, and then it's gone again. Lynch?
Yeah, I think one of Brinley's fears right now might just be the concept of your whole worldview is different now. Like, everything you knew to be reality is kind of crumbling. So I think for Brinley, there's probably a little bit of, there's definitely an adrenaline rush because, a lot has just happened in this last hour. I think she's game and she's accepting her new reality, but there is that tinge of, oh, I have to rewire how I know life as it is. And also, I don't want to lose this sense of adrenaline. Like, I don't want to lose that high, you know, of, oh my God, we survived.
Yeah. Accomplishment, a sense of real accomplishment together.
Yeah.
Sam.
I think Cavan fears abandonment and being alone. So I think he looks to the rest of the group and he has a strong kind of bond he can't explain to Oakley and a feeling of alliance to Aurora. So he thinks if everyone is happy to go towards the shard, I just want to be with them and we'll do it together as a team.
Team. That's the word that pulses in your mind. Team. And then it's erased and you see Oakley standing in front of you when you were on the ground and that monster had its... and you were paralyzed, being choked, and she was watching. And then again, when you were being attacked by the monster and she was there watching. And that image holds in your mind, her watching you. And then it's gone. And Aurora, Izzy, what do you see before you grab the shard?
I think Aurora sees... I think she's proud. She's proud of the group. I think there were multiple, if not the entire time, moments throughout the last couple hours they've all been thrown together where she thought, are these the Wayfinders? Is this the prophecy, really? And there's strange things and magic and flashlights and stuff she can't understand. But as the stakes got higher along the way, they proved themselves. And some sort of higher being that she sensed in the sort of statues that were helping us cross the bridge and provide the marrow accepted her, but also accepted them, which she was hopeful for, but it may have surprised her that happened. So I think she is still confused, but very proud and very certain that whatever is happening is right and what should be, and that she's managed to do the right thing, even if she can't understand it at all.
That lands on you, and also the lingering feeling of what a wonderful thing to be surprised. That's a wonderful feeling, and that sits with you. And as it does, the world, you all reach out and touch the shard, one by one, and it grows brighter and brighter as you do, and it sort of erupts your hands through it. Yes, exactly. The world burns away around you until all that's left is the shard and your bodies suspended in a void space, floating in what feels like an empty galaxy. You feel the weight, you feel the burden of this responsibility shifting to something else. It's a new feeling. Maybe this is the first time some of you have ever felt this feeling. And it is that you are not alone. You do not carry this burden individually. Your story is written together. Oakley, Flynn, and Cash, you feel the shard in the tips of your fingers. It seems to, and Oakley, this is particularly interesting to you, it seems to seep into you, to dissolve into your skin, and you feel it light your veins on fire. You have moments before it all explodes, everything here. But you see this happening. Oakley, Flynn, and Cash, you're radiant with light. It's an inner light after this seeped into you. It's coming from everywhere. With that, as you all take stock of each other and see Oakley and Flynn and Cash, the three of you share a moment before whatever happens next happens. Is it unspoken or is it spoken?
I think as of right now, it's unspoken. I think it's this kind of, energetic thought that just pushes us forward.
And it remains unspoken. And that silence is pervasive almost. And for a moment, There are the 7 of you, and the shard, and the silence. And then the walls holding this reality up collapse entirely. It's a nuclear explosion of light and sound and chaos. The shard itself in the center of you shoots upward and tears through space and time, running away from this swirling black hole that you're all being sucked into. As your atoms are stretched and torn and all you know is erased, Flynn, the last thing you hear, just you, do not be afraid. And with that, we conclude this one-shot. Thank you all for joining us. This has been a very special live stream of the Wayfinders celebrating the release of episode 1, and episode 2 is live now. I've seen episode 1. It's incredible. You guys are all incredible, talented, charming, and I had so much fun playing with you. Everybody at home, you can stream now or join the Angel Guild to watch at angel.com/Wayfinders Live. Episodes released weekly, so make sure to join if you want to catch the episodes before everyone else. Thank you one more time to our incredible cast for joining us, and thank you to those who tuned in tonight.